We've forgotten the mug, Gromit! Hello and welcome to another video on JD's Booze Reviews. Today we are trying Gromit Mug, a 5% pale ale by Baron Brewing Company. This is a brewery that is a one-man band operation pretty much. It's just one guy called Jack, I think, who basically does everything on his family farm. This artwork has kind of instilled a memory from me because I'm pretty sure I had one of these Gromit mugs when I was younger, and apparently it's the peak glassware for drinkware for craft beer nerds. So maybe I need to reinvest. Don't have one of them today, sadly. So we're gonna pour it into a regular glass, but hopefully we'll still get the full tasting experience. So here we go. So yeah, very pale ale in colour, very light, very slightly hazy, but that's all good. I got a pretty good waft when this is being poured out. This features Amarillo and Nelson Sauvin and Amarillo Cryo, I think. Yes, I was correct. So Nelson Sauvin, which is sort of white wine-like, a bit grapey, and Amarillo, which I think is sort of on the citrus side of things. It's definitely what I smelt when I was pouring anyway. Like, yeah, pineapple side of tropical. So it's, yeah, pineapple-y, grapefruit-like, stone fruity. A very nice smell. There is a hint of this sort of drying, grape-like aroma that I'm getting from it, which will be the Nelson Sauvin. It is a little bit drying on the nose. It's not fully tropical. Smells pretty tasty. Okay. Okay, so we are getting a nice tropical flavour out of this. Not as much as the aroma was giving out. The Nelson Sauvin does seem to take front of stage. There is a drying grape-like flavour throughout, like a white wine type flavour, followed by, alongside it, this sort of tropical notes that I mentioned. So a bit of pineapple, bit of stone fruit and can't think of the other fruit that's in my head, it's completely gone. But those type of tropical flavours. The beer is very enjoyable. A real nice quality to it. Very much tastes like it's been cared and looked after and well attended to. I don't detect any flaws really in this beer. The body of it, I would personally like it a little bit fuller. It's a little bit thin, but it is relatively low percent at 5%. But maybe a little bit more I'd like. But that's just nitpicking. That is It's a very enjoyable beer. I honestly could go back for another one of these. It's very moreish. There's a nice bitter finish to it, which you tend to get with the pale ales, which does make you keep wanting to go back for more, I find. Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure on Nelson Sauvin when it first came out, but I do really like the sort of drying white wine characteristics that it gives. It's came about in a time where juice bombs were all the rage, so it coming in and being a little bit more drying and more wine-like was a little bit of a curveball in the industry at the time, but actually the more and more I've had it, the more and more I've warmed up to it, and I actually think it's one of my favourite hops now. I think it has to be paired with something that goes well with it. Sometimes, like a Nelson Sauvin single hop beer might be a little bit too wine-like, but this offers quite a nice balance. So, Baron is a brewery I've wanted to try for a while, and people have raved about it, and I can see why. They've pointed out if all the beers are this quality, then it's, we're in for a good time, really. Yeah, very nice and easy to drink. Yeah, without any real quibbles and qualms. So there's not much more to say on that. Pretty fantastic, and maybe a trip to Baron is on the cards in the future. So that's going to do it for today. As Wallace would say, that is a cracking invention. But that's going to do it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see any new videos when they come out. Looking forward to doing a lot more new stuff this year, a lot more exciting stuff. So subscribe to see that when it comes out and be one of the first people to see it. So all that's left to say is cheers.